All right, guys, so after some research, talking to Steven, who owns a gun, it's the oil, guys, the manufacturer's oil that they put on here. Look how thick that stuff is. I don't know if you can really see it. Let me go out here in the light a little bit. So check out this. Look how thick that oil is on here. And it's literally caked all over the spring, all inside the gun. And then here's Steven's same exact M3500. And it's not, you know, he's put rim oil on it and just did a light coat. And that's after he's used it a little bit, so it's not even been freshly done. But you could see that is what ultimately causes this thing to jam. So if you're having that problem, make sure you follow the instruction from the manufacturer and clean it. It does recommend cleaning it in the manual, but let's be honest, who reads the manual right when they get something? Like, guys don't do that. Maybe we should do. So it's my fault. We're gonna test it anyway. We're gonna clean all this gook off of here with some rim cleaner and rim oil, which everyone knows what that is. Grandpa's been using that forever, and that's because it works. If you're not familiar with what it is, let me show it to you. All right, so I got some of this stuff also in my bag, and then this stuff is beautiful right here. Works great. So we're just gonna spray it down. Not gonna do anything crazy. There's some videos out there that want you to pour boiling hot water and stuff on it. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna just literally spray it down with the cleaner right here. Let that soak in, and then we're gonna wipe it all down, and then we're gonna lightly spray the rim oil on it. And I got a feeling that's gonna do the job. So stay tuned, you'll see a little bit of that. All right, guys, so I don't know if you can see this here. What I'm gonna do is just remove this here, and this will allow the bolt and everything to come out. You can remove this spring, because Lord knows you're gonna have to. And that should come out just like that. And then if you look up here, this will all slide right off as well. It's nasty. Nasty. You want me to lay something down right here, man? No. Look at this. Look at this nasty, nasty, goopy spring.
Slimy, goopy.
It makes all the sense in the world. So, guys, I've never actually had a semi-automatic shotgun. I've always used pump action. I've never had these type of issues, so it's kind of new to me. I mean, obviously I clean my guns, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever cleaned one of my new shotguns right out of the box. I don't think I've ever done that. So, do you do that to all your shotguns?
I give them a quick rinse down and
use
some oil.
Yeah, maybe a little white. So, all right, we're gonna spray this thing down. All right, guys. So, I'm just gonna spray some of this cleaner in here and on here. Look at that stuff. Yeah, I'm losing my. There you go, Steven. Look at that stuff. It actually, this stuff is so good, guys. It instantly removes that crazy oil off.
Use some paper towel.
This stuff, it works, guys. If you're looking for something that really cleans, this stuff cleans. And what I'll do is I'll take a paper towel and I'll wipe it down. Get the other parts too. Alright, so here's the spring. I'm going to spray this down. Try not to spray it all over me. That wind's crazy. I swear it's been so windy lately. And you see it just rolls right off of there. I was wiping these parts down, guys. Get that old grease and oil off of there. So according to the manufacturer and stuff, and from what I've read and what people have told me, is that they cake that stuff on there to prevent corrosion while it sits in the retail shops, which that makes sense. This probably ain't the best thing to do for consumers, you know? But I guess if you gotta preserve the product, it beats the alternative, which is replacing the product if you're a business, so I can understand. So now I've cleaned everything up, I've allowed it to sit here and dry. I'm gonna spray it down with the rim oil and just lightly spray and then wipe it down. You don't wanna get too excessive with this stuff. The whole idea to prevent that breakdown and the jamming is to have a light coat of thin oil. This stuff works, guys. Lightly coat it. And you can see, guys, you'll see that it's glossing up. You don't want to go overboard. Every time I smell that oil, I think of watching my grandfather clean all his guns. Good times. If you guys want a more in-depth tutorial, just comment below and I'll see what I could do with a good camera. Alright, so you put the bolt back on this little rail system, push this back down in here. Should be able to easily down in there. Just like that. Oop. Paper towel's flying away. Alright, then you want to put your pin, this little guy that you had to use pliers to kind of pry out earlier, push that back in here. I think we got it back in. And you'll see now that stops it from being able to come out here. Smooth. It's not all gunked up like it was. So you can already feel that that's a lot smoother than what it was. That's a good thing. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead, you put your plug back in if you're duck hunting. So this is your plug, goes right in here. If you're not familiar, depending on which state you're in, you're only ever allowed so many shots when you duck hunting. We're only allowed 3 shots in Florida. You put this plug in, this will help prevent that. You can only put 3 loads or 3 shells in the gun. Nice light oil. You can see how it's evenly coated. And guys, this isn't anything that is too difficult to do. You could definitely do this yourself. You don't need to take it to a gunsmith. I mean, you can, but it's definitely not required. And honestly, if you're using a gun, you're probably going to want to know how to do this stuff yourself. So you probably should learn. Alright guys, so typically I'm a little off sequence here. Normally I would clean my barrel attached to the gun, but since we just cleaned all that and lubed it up, Steven made a valid point. You don't really want to run your bore cleaner and stuff right back through your gun that you just cleaned. So I took it off the gun again, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some bore cleaner and run it through here a couple times, and then we'll put a little light coat of oil. It should be good as new. And guys, there's not really a certain way. I mean, everybody cleans their stuff a little differently. By the way, I'm using this Hops bore cleaner. Stuff works, guys. I use everything good old Gramps used. He knew what he was doing, and he was a far better, well, I mean, he was practically a gunsmith, so he's far better duck hunter, a far better shooter than I am. I gotta admit, I love the smell of that bore cleaner. It's the best. Alright, I'm not gonna get too crazy with it, so you pass that through a couple times, and then I'll go ahead and put on this other one here, and we'll put a light coat of oil on it. clean it out here. Again, this wasn't really meant to be a proper tutorial. It's kind of more showing you what the problem is with this new gun, so that way if you run into it or if you experience it, you know what the problem is. Y'all want to see a proper one that's done really, really good with a good camera? Just comment below and let me know. That is pretty dirty for just a few shells. Steven got all his ducks organized. Look at him over here. All his decoys. Finally getting organized now that it's the end of the season.
Got a couple trips left.
If you guys want to book a trip, there's a couple days left. I'll leave the stuff down. Well, you may not even see this before the season's over, so I'm sorry, Steven. Next year, if you want to book a trip, it's stuff's down in the description. I'm a few videos behind, guys. It's Steven's fault. Right, Steven?
Yeah, I'll take the blame.
Your house is no longer yours. It's the set's. All right, so I'm just going to push this down. This is going to put that light coat of oil on the inside of here. And you take it out, you can run it through here a couple times. That'll give you that protection that you want. Pretty simple, eh? And that's it. That's all there is. Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's video, if this helped solve your problem, do me a favor, comment below, give it a like, and until next time, we'll see you on the water.